Hello, welcome back. Today we're going to be looking at Eli. Eli was a Jewish priest living in the days of Judges and serving God at the tabernacle in Shiloh, a city near the hill country of Ephraim. See 1 Samuel 1 and 3. Eli, according to scripture, was a negligent father of two disobedient and sinful sons who did not know God. Eli was a recognized judge of Israel, yet in the Bible, his sons were called sons of Belial. Hophni and Phinehas, his sons, despised the duties of the altar. They laid with the woman who served at the entrance of the tent of the congregation, as well as ate the meat from the sacrifices that was not allocated to them. Prostitution associated with worship was abominable in the eyes of God. Eli knew it, but rebuked them without corrective discipline, sadly, showing us that he unfortunately lacked obedience to God and zeal to do what was right. For more, see 1 Samuel 2, verses 22 to 25. Now, because of Eli's lackluster leadership, God did in fact raise up a new voice in the midst of his corruption. And so God began to call on young Samuel. Samuel, who was just a boy at this time, was awakening to hear the voice of the Most High. God was transferring the responsibility of Eli's leadership to Samuel. This teaches us something vital, that when leaders fall silent, God raises up the little ones. And when a previous generation is lost in fraud and omission, God speaks to a younger generation who is willing to hear. Samuel told Eli of the prophecy of his demise, and although it would be amidst war, it was necessary information. Eli's response, despite Samuel's hesitation, was, "It is the Lord. Let him do what seemeth good." The priest's son's corruption stood in contrast with Samuel's pure, sincere, and obedient heart. What follows is quite unfortunate for Eli, but unfortunately, chaos and warfare ensues. The Philistines broke into war with Israel, and due to Hophni and Phinehas' suggestions, the people brought the Ark of the Covenant right into the middle of the battlefield, where unfortunately the Ark of the Covenant was captured. Eli's sons were killed, and chaos overtook Israel. When a messenger gave news to Eli of all that had happened, of the stolen ark and of his dead sons, Eli was so baffled that he fell from his chair, broke his neck, and died. Eli's life ended so dramatically, and yet so did the end of spiritual leadership under his name. The ark, representing the glory of God, was taken into enemy territory. This truly is the darkest point of his story, and unfortunately we see that he came to his own demise by his own failure to act according to strong, sound leadership. So we learn that this is a visible tragedy with judgment upon Eli's life due to his lack of proper disciplining his sons and not serving God with his whole heart. As we notice that God brings a change in leadership from Eli to Samuel, we will really have to take note of how God continues to do this in subsequent individuals that we will see. Because this pattern of changing generations to seek those whom God is pleased with is not just found here, but we will continue to see that as we follow Samuel through to King Saul and then David. For now, that's it. Thank you so much.